so bad with deciding. There's a lady there who's buying the whole franchise of Subway because she bought like 50 sandwiches and it's still going. They're still making more.
Really?
And I don't have the patience to wait for that. So I
love the salad also. Pizza, what about pizza?
It doesn't look that nice.
No? Ayan, hello everybody. I'm sorry, I'm going to eat because I'm hungry.
No, please do.
I'm not gonna wait for this beautiful lady there.
Did you order?
Oh. So, what you guys want?
Okay.
I saw some burger there.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be very
shop.
The white people ordering food in Asia. Very problematic.
Those are the white people. Those white people are having hard time. Hello, Madam Violet. How are you, Madam? Oh my God. Alam mo, sobrang hindi ko na mahintay. Gusto ko na talagang imarites tong babaeng, tong mag-asawang tong ano. As in, malapit na talaga. Hindi ko talaga in-expect na ganito ang mangyayari. Sobrang laki ng tiwala ko sa kanya. Kasi nga, talagang kilala niya ako. Talagang kilala niya kung ano ang pinagdaanan ko. Tapos ngayon, nagkakaganito yung grabe talaga. Chanda de Laon, hello. Dali Christie. Hi, Madam Violet. I'm good, Madam. I'm in Kuala Lumpur. Sachiliki, hello. Josie Sebastian from Sebastian family. Shout out please. Diba, alam mo yung pinagkatiwalaan mo. Imaginein mo, pinaparent niya yung bahay ko. Tapos yung nagre-rent daw, nagbabayad pa rin sa kanya. Tapos doon din siya nakatira. Tapos hindi siya nagbabayad ng rent. Talagang magpapatulpo talaga ako. Talagang darating talaga tayo sa tulpo. Abangan niyo ako. Sa tulpo, ha? Tulungan niyo akong makarating kay tulpo tong aking problema pag binulgar ko na. Totoo lang. Meron pa naman silang newspaper na business. Baka sila ang ma-headlines. Diba? Grabe talaga. Kaloka. Di man lang naawa. Talagang pagdarating yung panahon, ito pag last chance na to, pag hindi talaga napaalis yung nakatira doon sa bahay ko, na yun yung mga renters nila, talagang alam niya kung gaano kahirap yung pinagdaanan ko. Alam niyang mahirap lang kami. At hindi madali para sa akin na makamtan kung ano yung nakamtan ko ngayon. Talagang magtutulfo tayo. Alam mo yon? Kaya nga, madam, hindi lang ako magpa-file ng eviction, magpapatulfo din ako para malaman ng buong sambayanan. Imaginein mo, lumabas na libre na yung bahay nila doon, tapos hindi sila nagbabayad ng rent. Ilang buwan na. Tapos ang lalaki ng mga katawan nila. Ang dami pang pera. Walang anak. Ang daming business sa Pilipinas. Tapos talaga lang. Grabe. Nasa Malaysia po ako, everybody, every all. Nasa Petronas, KLCC. At yung mga gustong bumili ng gold, ayan. Ayan po yung ating gold, oh. Bumili kayo ng gold, ha? Bumili kayo. Para naman makabawi ako sa gastos kong walang bonggang-bongga. Ilang buwan. Imaginein mo, since June pang walang bayad sa rent, or since June tapos nagbayad lang, ano na ngayon, nagbayad lang 1.5. Ano yun? Sinuswerte? Tapos yung mga nakatira pala doon, nagbabayad ng rent sa kanila. Parang binubuhay ko na sila. Binubuhay ng bahay ko. Diba? Kaloka talaga. Look at their breakfast.
Well, it wasn't what we wanted. But you don't get what you want, you get what you deserve.
They deserve a burger.
Yeah, we do. We walked a lot of steps.
Madam Robin, this is 21 carats, not 24 carats. Nasa mga ano to, madam?
That fluffy.
This one is tofu.
Tofu.
Nasa mga $20,000, $2,500.
Looks like it's wrapped in like plastic. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it doesn't look real.
No, see? Because they put it like in a shape, or, you know, like, how do you call it? Molder. And this is my favorite mushrooms.
You remind me of those videos where they, like, girls review food online, you know? Especially Asians do it a lot in a lot of different ways.
Like,
It's a nice burger, to be fair.
Is it?
Tell me, madam, this is 21 carats. Dior inspired. This is about $300.
Does your burger smell like butter?
Smell like what?
A little bit.
It's like a butter bun.
It's nice.
It's like 2,500 times 54.
Good.
54 tayo.
Or, oh yeah. I was gonna say you weren't try, but I just remember that you
I'm good.
Oh, we're gonna say next time we're to New York. If you do go back to New York,
It was my last flight actually.
New
I
York?
love New York.
Oh, so you still have flight, Tamia?
the
It was
best,
my last one.
Ah,
the best vegan place. It's not even vegetarian. It's a vegan.
is that
restaurant.
vegan?
No, hers
Ah.
is. Mine is.
Are you vegetarian? Oh, how long? For South African? Congratulations.
Yeah.
You're the best.
The best vegan restaurant I've ever been to is in New York. It's a bit further away. It's Columbus Circle.
Vegan
You know
burger.
what's a
Show you
Columbus
vegan
Circle?
burger.
It's far away. Columbus Circle. It's really far away from the hotel. But it's the best vegan restaurant ever, and it's like so tasty and so amazing. Okay.
What
It's
area?
expensive though. Columbus Circle.
What's the name of the restaurant then?
Literally from the circle,
Mm.
you go right. There's this small street with like Carrie Bradshaw looking places,
Mm-hmm.
and then like there's like a house, and underneath are all restaurants. So in one of those, like I know how to get there, but I don't know what's the name because I've been there like 6 years.
But Jamie, why are you resigning?
You want the truth or
The truth.
just hate my job?
Oh, you hate it now?
Hate it.
Mm.
Don't enjoy it.
Mm.
I'm
So,
getting
yeah.
sick all the time and I just hate it.
You
Don't
couldn't-
enjoy it.
Right? I was telling them earlier on that before I was completing 20, because 20 years was just my target. And during that 20 years, I still couldn't imagine not doing this job because I love it. That this is like,
I really love that though. That's nice.
Huh?
That's good.
no, because you know what? We have a different situation. I didn't stay long in economy and I didn't. But even so, I think because I have a different drive and I really love this job. So,
Yeah.
and for me,
That's good.
money is really amazing for this job.
Yeah.
So that's why
The money.
no matter what, I would have stayed and completed what I planned to stay. I mean, to complete. And so when I completed the 20 years and I still couldn't let go, I was kind of like praying, you know, like in a way where, you know, let
But
God
if you like
to.
it, then you don't need to leave. Like you don't need to put pressure
I know,
on yourself
but-
to want to leave.
One thing that I realized, there's only 4 things that ruled over my life for the past 23 years. And that's every 16 or 17 when the roster comes out,
Yeah.
every 26 or 25th when the salary comes
Yeah.
out, and every days off and leave. You know what I'm saying? These are the only things that we're looking forward. You can't plan for your birthday, for a family trip or for something like that. And like now we're enjoying this, right? Don't you wish you can stay longer?
Yeah.
You know, like, but no, we can't because we have a job. So it's like we're always on this constant moving and all, and time passes by so quickly. Like without you realizing, it's gone. Look at that. How long ago it was December, and now it's freaking February in like 2-3 days. So it's like it's too fast that, you know, it's kind of like life is even shorter than it should be. So I want
But
to
it's filled with a lot more than what a lot of people get, I guess.
Yes, but we're not competing with other people. We don't look at their lives and look at ours in the sense where how fulfilled are you, or how did you live your life, or you know what I'm saying. So it's just that, because I still feel like, wow, what about the money? It's quite a lot for me, and the lifestyle, and this job is like, especially with my position, I don't do much, and you know what I'm saying. I have the option to hide, or so now I feel like, okay, but
How long have you been per sub?
16,
16 years.
so I could not.
That was the biggest lie they told us in training college. You could be a pastor in 5 years.
Somewhere, but some were able to become purser. Because imagine, I stayed 9 months in economy, 6 months in business class, but 4 4 years in first class. By choice.
Wow.
But my point is,
Were you a CSV?
yeah, 23 months.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have the patience to do the same job for years and years and years without a promotion. Like, you wouldn't go into any other company and be like, oh, you're not going to move for years now. You're just going to, this is just your job.
And why are you not going to move? Not because it's depending on you
Yeah, it's
and
not
your
just skills or
performance,
anything, it's
but because you need
literally
to wait.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
It's not just skills or anything, because I did Angeli's job in my previous
Airline.
No, I wasn't in an airline, but
Ah.
I've been a manager before. I've managed departments. I've been extremely successful in that.
Yeah.
And then you have to come and you have to go. You can't go to where your skills are. You have to go to where your staff number is.
No, I mean, this job is good for a starter. You know, I was 23 when I first started this job, so I was young, but I never had like any other job that it's like I was working, I was a waitress, I was a vessel stewardess, I was doing a lot of things, but not in a way where, like, for example, you were managing people, and it's a different story, especially now you belong to the cattle class.
And I don't mind. Like, I appreciate starting from the bottom in a company. Like, that's all good. But look, for me, at the end of the day, it's like I have no desire to be getting up. What time
In
did
the
I
middle
set
of
my
the
alarm
night?
for this flight? 11:30 in the evening.
Right.
I have no desire to be doing this anymore. Like, no. And I think also I hate to be one of those people who's like, oh my god, American visa is just the worst thing ever, because I got this job because I wanted to see America.
Okay.
Like, I went and traveled Australia before this, and I thought, right, my next thing is America, but it costs a
lot of money.
ton of money. And my mum actually said to me, why didn't you go to Emirates then? And I was like, okay. So
How old were you at that time?
25.
Okay.
So I was actually really happy to get my American visa. I was like standing at the embassy like, yeah, give it. And everyone else was like, oh. But then you do the flights, and after a year, it's like, I don't go to Europe anymore. I don't get to come to Asia. I don't get to see, like, I was thinking to myself, I wanted to try to swap this flight to Bangkok, because in 3.5 years I've never been to Thailand.
Oh, really?
And then I thought to myself, well, realistically, I'm more likely to go to Thailand on holiday than I am to come here on holiday.
yeah, true.
So it's just, to me, it's become about going to America, and don't get me wrong, I've got lots of family and friends there, and it's been amazing. Like, I've loved going to spend time with them.
In America?
I swap onto all the Houstons, and I love being able to go to LA and see my family there and stuff, but like,
It's too much to go there.
it's just, you do America, then you get 2 days off, then you do a turnaround, then you get 2 days off, and then you're back in America, then you get 2 days off, then you do another turnaround, and I'm constantly just doing turnarounds and America. The only time I went to Australia was in my top bid, where I bid for Perth and Brisbane on my reserve, and even then that was horrible.
Why didn't you swap?
Trying to swap onto
It's really
Australia
hard.
is impossible.
It's really hard.
Like, absolutely impossible.
Really?
I don't get the kind of flights that allow me.
I'm trying to get rid of
swap.
this. Oh, I have a Sydney coming up. I'm trying to get rid of it. No one's taking it.
Do you have a US visa?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
10 years.
You have?
Yeah. I have US visa. And you know, I would, because I prefer to do US than Australia.
Same.
Yeah, like, I love Australia, but I mean, I just want to be able to go to Perth more often, because I've got family there as well. Now I've got family in Sydney, and yeah, I never got to go to Cape Town. Like, I did the Cape Town flight 3 times, and 2 of that was before COVID.
I only one.
So it's like, it's not how I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to get to go to more cool places more often. This is my second from top bid month this month, and I got nothing. I bid for nothing.
I got nothing on my job. No.
Yeah. But I mean, you know. And so you're going back to your previous job?
I might go back to the company, but not to my previous job. Just because I'm studying now for something else, and I don't want to do what I was doing before.
How old are you?
28.
Yeah.
You guys are super young. My God, the whole world is ahead of you.
Yeah.
You can do everything, and you can always come back if you know what I mean. Yeah.
And like all my friends are starting to get married now and get engaged and stuff, and I want to be a part of planning their weddings. Like I'm bridesmaid for one of my friends, she's getting married in September, and I want to go home and be a part of that and like experience everything. And yeah, I want to go settle down and buy a house, and I want to live a normal life.
Yeah.
Sounds boring, but like.
It's always what you can't have. You always want what you can't have in the moment.
I've never had that. Since I was 18, I've worked shift work. I've never worked 9 to 5. I've never worked in an office. I've never worked in life. Like,
I came back from that. I was working 10, 12 hours a day. I was like grinding it really badly. I mean, I was compensated amazingly for it.
Yeah.
I had a great like perspective way job. And it was either stay in the country, shut the fuck up, and do this for years, and then become successful and rich. Because I got mentored by one of the high-profile businessmen back home. So I can resign, because if I resign, I'm the problem, because everyone knows who he is. And I was the 10th person he was mentoring, and all 9 of them stayed, and are now CEOs of one of his companies. So why am I leaving? You know? So I'm the problem. So he was either stay, or shut the fuck up, or leave.
Yeah.
So I left. But I don't want to go back to it, because it's like now I have a life. Back then I did not have a life. I had a career at like 20, which was ridiculous.
See, that's the difference. Like my friends, even now, even in all their serious relationships and paying rent and all of that, they're still like super fun. Like they come and meet me when I'm on layovers, and we go still do fun holidays together, and we go into London and we go and do fun things, and we take road trips and we take city breaks. Like my friends are like really fun people. Like they're not just in their town. I mean, London's not a town, but they're not just stuck in their town and that's it. Like they came and spent my Rome layover with me. They flew in. Like
that's nice.
They
do you think they are as excited as doing that, like what you're doing, and being able to do that with you, spend time with you, because they are not in the same job as?
Yeah, I mean, I think that they would always. I think that their perspective has always been like, Jamie, we would much rather be in your shoes than going to work every day doing this, that, and the other. And that is fair enough.
Yeah, because we always look at the other side as greener more than
But I think they also know they also know the toll that it takes as well. And like, I'm in Dubai and I'll have a look at all my friends' rosters and I'm like, okay, it's Saturday, let's go out and do something fun. Where is everyone? This one's in America, this one's in Australia, this one's in Africa, this one's in fucking Jeddah. Like,
maybe you need another friend.
No, I have non-crew friends, but they're also working like 6-day weeks in Dubai.
Yeah.
Like do you know what I mean? Like it's not the easiest, and it's only since I've started studying that I'm not miserable on my days off, because I have a purpose. Like I've got things, I can't be bored. If I'm bored, that means I'm not working, or that means I'm not studying. So I have to be doing one or the other, or socializing. But like before I went on leave in September, I went and spent a week in Cape Town with my mum and my sister, and then a week back in London. And I remember sitting in the bed in Cape Town, I was like crying to my mum, like, I don't want to go back to Dubai, I'm so bored, I'm so miserable, I don't know what to do with myself. And it was only when I came back from that leave that I enrolled in my course. And now I'm actually like, I enjoy Dubai a lot more, because I can enjoy the time that I'm out, but I can also, when I'm at home, it's like I'm busy, I'm focused, I'm doing something that's like gonna help me in my life.
Do you like Dubai?
I love Dubai.
But what are you gonna do now? You're resigning.
Go back home. The course that I'm studying is it's with the sort of biggest HR type organizations in the UK. They also actually got offices in the Middle East and everything as well, but they are the diploma that I'm getting. I can basically go into HR management and just work in organization development, basically, which is sort of what I want to do.
If you were in a cabin crew, would you live in Dubai?
I thought about it, but the reality is, like, I go 2 months without getting a London flight, and I start getting like, okay, I want to go home. So for now, I want to go home. I mean, this could change. I could be home for 6 months and decide, you know what, I want to go back to Dubai. But I hate the weather in Dubai. It's too hot for 6 months of the year for me. I've
But
been
what
outside
about
and
London?
fainted in-
It's too rainy
I've
for the whole time.
fainted, like fainted in Dubai from the heat before, and had so many other problems because of the heat. So it's like, yeah, the weather in London is not great, but the life that I want.
But you adapted.
Yeah, you get used to things, you know.
You're like I'm listening to you, and you're like
Madam
the
Mia.
walking conversation I have with my ex. Like,
Yeah.
his sister lives in Dubai.
Okay.
He lives in London, and like he has his work there, but his work is tied to the UK government because he does like mortgage laws.
Okay.
So he not take that work to Dubai, you know.
No.
And it's a company that is like a London-based company, and he's like, it might become completely remote for him eventually, but he doesn't know if it's going to be tomorrow, in 3, 5, 10 years. That's another thing. It's like he never actually said that he wants to leave. He said, I would live in Dubai, but he never said, but I want to. He said, I would, but it's not
different to wanting to. Yeah. But
So-
for me, it's like I never thought, oh, I'm gonna.
I
go
would.
live in
It's
Dubai.
like
it was like
I could do it.
Yeah.
But
It
it's
was
not
I was
like your
gonna-
priority or
No.
your not what you want. Yeah.
I took this job knowing I would have to move to Dubai, but also knowing that it was temporary because I wasn't going to do this job forever.
Yeah.
That's the thing. The reason why I told you, the reason why I broke up with him is because I cannot live in London.
Yeah.
I can't. I have been there. I'm sorry, but and to be
Not very
honest, I've seen when I met him, I've seen parts of London and I've started loving it way more because he showed me stuff that are not touristy. He showed me stuff that are
There's so much
beautiful.
to love about
There's-
London.
like that are outside of the London. There are, you know, like so many beautiful.
See, where I
nature-
live is not in the city. It's just far enough outside the city that you still have easy access, and it doesn't take long. But you're removed from the actual hustle and bustle and busy skyscrapery type Dubai type part of London, you know. And I have easy access to the coast. I've got easy access to the country.
What is your like anticipation about the most challenging phase you're gonna be going through when you stop flying?
I'm gonna miss the traveling aspect, and I'm gonna miss Dubai.
You mean layover us?
Yeah, the layover aspect. But I'm gonna miss Dubai. I know I am. But then it's also gonna get to like May, June, and my friends are like hiding in their apartments because it's too hot outside, and I'm gonna be like, bye. Yeah, I know I'm gonna miss it, and I feel sad about it, but I also feel excited, and I don't know.
Oh my god, this is so good. Yeah, I mean, you know, I have a lot of things in mind. I have a lot of considerations and fear and, you know, what if. But the only thing that like keeps me like going with my decision now about resigning is the fact that I'm almost 50. And anyway, 50 is like the end of this career. So when are you gonna stop? Should you wait for you to become 50 and get kicked out, or might as well do something else? And because I don't want to work as well, I don't want to be caged with the time limit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I want to be, even if I don't make now, in a way I'm like, even if I don't make a lot of money, for as long as I will only do it when I want, I will only try to make money when I want to. You know what I mean? Compared to you have to work.
In that position that you can do that.
No, I'm now. I mean, you know, after 23 years, you have to be in that position. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to pay any rent. I have my house. I have my business. But okay, I have kids. But that's pretty much it. And how I'm going to, you know, now, what kind of lifestyle do you have? And you know what I'm saying? So I'm in that thing, but. In a way, when you think about it, it's like, oh, like look at us now, we're in Kuala Lumpur. But it takes so much for nowadays to really have fun on a layover. Because you don't get to fly with people who is...
And also, I'm sorry, but we have an entirely junior crew in economy. Where the fuck are they? Do you know what I mean? They're sitting in their rooms doing nothing. Like, what the...
That's unfortunately a very common thing with the new joiners.
But I feel like you would think it would be the other way around.
But that's because we were like that the other way around. Because when
I've
was
never
my
been like that.
no. I was the other way around. I was not like them. When I just joined.
Yeah. Of
the
course,
second,
because we're all curious.
First Kuala Lumpur, I've done all of this. Like
Yeah.
the second time, the third time, I was already like, okay, I'm tired. I've seen it. I'm sleeping. But like, I've been here before. I'm not the type of person, oh, I'll do it next time, because, and I'm glad I wasn't, because there might not be next time, because you never know, because I've done Bali once, and I'll never forget it, because I was never tired like that in my life. I didn't sleep before the flight. I didn't sleep. It was a 9.5 hour flight. It's the toughest one I've did. We landed. I slept for 45 minutes. Me and the other girl, we went on a tour, and we came back. I slept in the car on the way back. I slept 2 hours before a call back. So I slept like, what, 4 hours in total? Then I flight back and slept for like 17 hours when I got home. But I will never regret it, because I might never go back there. And like, and then the others, like, there was like 5 of us who agreed to go out. Only 2 of us showed up then. And that's the thing.
And I mean, I remember getting to the briefing room when I did my first JFK, and I was so fucking excited. I was so excited.
And
the CSU sat there and she's like, right, I just want to blink and get this over and done with. And I was like, you're going to New York around Christmas. Put a smile on your face.
Yeah.
And I remember being so deflated by that, but like, I wasn't actually deflated. I was like, oh my god, we're going to New York and we stay in Times Square.
Because you don't know how it is.
But then
you don't know the process to reach to New York. That time.
I know now, and like
yeah.
I know, but it's also like, you know, you stay too long and you don't get excited. That's why I think it's amazing that you're still excited about these Novas and stuff, because there's so many people who are here for.
To be honest, I went through the process. I went through a process. Like, I was thinking that maybe you were just on the phase where you're in the phase where we are just. I mean, you know, you're in the phase where you had enough, and then if you kind of wait a bit, then you get back that thing. Cause
no, I know. Like all of my batch are getting their upgrade now. Like I know.
No, because even now, I'm still kind of feeling like, is there any way that because my mind now is at least 80% decided that I'm really resigning, but I'm like now after having fun with you guys, I was like thinking, do you think this is gonna change in like a month or 2? You know what I mean? Like, because I have like my target is in May.
That's the thing about this job, is that you can do this exact flight so many times, but you're gonna have different crew every time.
Exactly.
Every time it's gonna be
Exactly.
So.
And the only thing is, you have to make a choice.
Yeah, you have to make a choice.
You have to make a choice to either go out or get stuck in your room.
Yeah.
I mean, some people get stuck in their room because, to be honest, I feel like they're saving money.
And that's something I
understand that. I respect that, because we all come from different backgrounds, have different things to do.
Yeah.
However, there are people who stay in their room because they're lazy and they just don't want to go out.
Yeah.
But another thing that you said about the different crew, I feel like if I'm somewhere for the first time and if I go out and if the crew is not nice, it kind of affects the way I perceive the place for the first time.
Yeah, they said that. Frankie Frank said, can never cross the same river twice, so enjoy every bit of it.
But I think you also have to, it's like what you said, like you have to appreciate where you come from. Like, I'm very privileged that I can go home, move back into my mum's house.
Yeah.
For some people it's not ideal. For me,
It doesn't matter. It's an option that some don't have.
Exactly. And I'm so grateful, and I'm privileged for that. I can go and earn the same money back home, and more. And I've got a stable life to go back to, and friends that still live in my area, and like all these things that other people just don't have.
Yeah.
So like that's my privilege in that sense.
Yeah.
So I don't know, it gives me the option, whereas it gives some people no option. And
so just in case you're wondering who's talking, that's Jamie. And she's resigning.
But then
and
also
then
waking up at 2 a.m. and having to take those
Anna Banana.
And I want to grow up is
true. No, but it's like, to be honest,
because I was rolling around this morning like trying not to vomit.
But you know, with me, I just couldn't imagine seeing the same faces every day. Working with the same. I can't. That's why this job is like the best job for me.
If you come to this flight and you hate everyone, it's fine. Bye.
Exactly. You said something on the way here, and you told me, you're like, but what happens when you have an amazing crew? Then you want to have them. Yeah, then you want to have them all the time.
Yeah, like, you know, when you do turn around,
like it rejuvenates you for your next flight.
Right.
You're like, oh my god, I'm so excited to go.
Yes.
But then you get there and everyone's looking at you like, and you're like,
yeah. And you know, another thing is like, you know, when you do short turnaround, you always find people is like more exciting, and you always like click, you know, But then on a long flight, you look at them, it's like, oh my god.
But you know what we did
We're
once?
sitting in the galley like,
Because it happens so often. I've had it like, it was like a year ago or so, or maybe even more. It's like in the middle of Corona, and we've done this turnaround, and we've had so much fun that all of us, not all of us, like 5 girls from economy and the supervisor, we went for the brunch together afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, nothing stops you. Nothing actually stops you to staying friendly with people. It's just that I feel like nowadays it's so hard to be so open and be like, okay, I like you, let's hang out, but not situationally. Let's intentionally hang out. You know?
I mean, my favorite New Year's Eve that I've had in Dubai has been a Chennai turnaround.
Are you
That was my
serious?
favorite New Year's Eve that I've had in Dubai.
Why?
I swear.
What did you
Because
do?
we just had the best time ever. The crew were great. I mean, I got removed from one flight, put on this flight, and it was with one of my batchmates and that I'm good friends with. And then, and the crew were just amazing. We were drinking like apple juice and soda water or champagne.
Yeah.
Gotta work with what you have.
And it's like India, so it's got that hour and a half weird time zone thing. So we had 2 New Years.
1 hour, yeah.
We were like in the cabin,
Like 1 hour and a half thing.
Chicken or veg, and it's like Happy New Year, chicken or veg. It
Yeah.
was so nice, and then a few of us then went out that night as well. Like, it was just my favorite New Year since I've been in Dubai, and I was flying.
Yeah, you guys are so young, you know. I don't know, but even to now, to this date, I could not believe that it's been 23 years. I feel like,
Crazy.
But you don't
I
act
feel
like
like
it's been 23 years.
yeah, I feel like it's just
because you walk
yesterday.
into some briefing rooms and you know that the person or the CSV's been there a long time, and they're like, what the
Yeah.
fuck do you want?
Like
Why are you looking
honestly,
at me?
now that I operated as FG1 and I'm not the one doing the briefing, I feel like, what the fuck is this briefing all about? You know what I mean? It's like, what are they talking? And it's like there is nothing, you know.
There's no human connection.
Not even human connection, you know. It's,
Because it's like, I'm Jamie, I'm from the UK. I'm this.
Isn't it? Right.
So
You know?
you don't even remember what the person before you has said.
No.
Like,
I was telling them on my briefing, I don't talk about hot topic. I don't talk about anything. You know
No, I'm not gonna post that part anyway.
Hi. No, I'm on live.
She's like, yeah, hi.
No, listen, I'm on live.
for me.
No,
Okay,
I don't do
whatever,
hot
right.
topic because that your CSV has it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Your CSV has it, and the person has it. Like seriously, why do I have to repeat that thing again? Isn't that what you talk about? So I would rather talk about something about crew and how you bring out the best of. You know, that's just how it is for me.
I also feel like most of those briefings are like, okay, this is something that I read. This person said that. So in order for me to motivate you guys, I'm gonna make you talk about yourself and make some bullshit up at 3 in the morning when you would rather be sleeping in your bed and you just want to get it over this part with. Now I want to talk about what are you grateful in last week and what is something that you wish to. And I'm like I find myself to be a very awakened person, if that makes sense, so many ways, but in 3 in the morning I don't want to talk about anything.
But babe, the problem is, you know, let me tell you, because being a senior, it's not an easy thing as well, and it takes time. It takes a lot of effort to really find out what is it all about. Because for me, I don't do it because I want you to have fun on my briefing. I don't care about you. I care about me. So when I talk about something, because I'm having fun.
But that in a way is better because
I'm not here to please
if
you.
you're worried about how it's like that thing where they say, oh, when you get into a relationship, why are you so worried about whether the other person likes you? Have you even thought about whether you like them?
Yeah,
exactly.
And it's the same. It's kind of like, why am I worried about it if all these other people are having fun? If I'm having fun, I'm going to project
Yeah.
that.
Right.
So naturally,
Right.
like if I know that if I walked into your briefing room, I would instantly feel better. Like there's just some people that you can get their energy, and that's not because you did something to make me feel better. It's just the way that you were carrying yourself.
Yes.
That made me feel like, oh, this person wants to be here. Damn it,
Right.
I do too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So anyway, that's how I look at it. Like for me, when I go to my briefing, when I talk about something, and some people, one time I had to really catch this attention of the guy, because I'll tell you, when you are in this job, you don't. When I am like me, when I work, when I'm in the uniform, whatever shit I have at home, whatever shit I have emotionally, when I put the uniform, I forget about it. Like now I'm like a totally different person. I'm very, very critical with my family, but with the crew, I don't give a shit. I just like, oh.
But that's your balance in life.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, because you don't think about it's 3 o'clock in the morning. When you go to work, you don't think about it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Your body tells you it's 3 o'clock in the morning, bitch, don't talk. But no, babe, you tell yourself, you fucking bitch, you decided to go to work. It is 10 o'clock in the morning. Let's go and roll it.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it is a choice.
Yes, that's exactly my point. So whatever you feel, when you're feeling that it's 3 o'clock in the morning, I don't want to talk about it, because you are putting yourself down. If you say to yourself, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, don't talk to me about what are you grateful to? What are you grateful for? So what you do is, when you're feeling like that, it's like, get some coffee, drink some of this, you go and do something, whatever. Don't have sex.
Drink coffee either? Well, I wish I could have sex before every flight. I will be coming to the work and be like, hey, how are you doing?
It's like, hey, yeah, yo. Get some ecstasy. Yeah. So that's you know what I mean. So I don't. When I look at people, no, I don't think it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't, not even in a heartbeat that I'm like, oh, she just woke up. So one time I was doing this briefing, and normally what I do in my briefing is like, I ask them, okay guys, what do you want from Emirates? What do you want from Emirates? So everybody's like, I want more days off. I wish I could have my leave that I plan on my birthday. I wish I have like live leave and all these things. And then I was like, yeah, okay. So do you guys know that even before you join Emirates, as soon as this conception in your brain, in your mind, you're joining Emirates, you sold your soul to the devil. You sold your soul to the devil. Not only with Emirates, I'm talking about the company,
the corporation.
It doesn't about shift working. When you work to a company, you have no option with what you want to wear. You have to wear the uniform, first of all. What lipstick you want to wear? No, you have to wear red lipstick. What time you want to go on duty? I want to go at 10 o'clock. No, you have to go at 9 o'clock, because this is the time we start. And so you sold yourself to the devil. You have no option but to comply what are the regulations. Exactly, or leave. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So by the time you even have this idea, I want to join Emirates, sign, done deal, you sold your liver. You sold your every single part of you.
Nice Emirates branding on your left.
Isn't that
an advertisement?
It's part of the
look at your lips. Ladies, look at your lips. What's the only color you can wear? Red.
What's the only color I don't wear my days off?
Red. Exactly. So that's what I'm talking about. That when you do that, so I always tell the girl, so yeah, you sold your soul, and then they ask me, like, what do you want? What do you want from Emirates? I want a lifetime first class ticket. But in order for
possible,
of course, how? When that door opens, when the flight deck door opens, I have to look at them and scrutinize, screen. Because they're my only gateway to have a first class ticket. If you know what I mean. So now, but the problem is, right. But the problem is, every time that freaking door, for the past 23 years, every time that door opens, I always say,
yeah, you ugly motherfucker.
No, I always say,
you're the worst.
Oh, not today.
Not today.
Not today. Oh, not today. So it's been 23 years.
So you want me to stir it clockwise while putting sugar and then adding the softener? Yeah, no.
I mean, you guys work with them more than, on Tray 80, so you know what we're talking about. But before that, before Tray 80, it was always the Purser or FG1. So, you know what I'm saying? But trust me, it's a decision.
So be careful if you want to make that decision.
It's a decision. So, yeah, that's what I do in my briefing. And then we're finished. And ULR, I always like, oh, I want...
It's really funny that you say that, though, because I've been in briefings before when the CSV has been like, we need a hot topic. And then I've even had grade 2s have been like, hot topic.
Seriously?
Oh, really? Oh my god.
It's like, you forgot to check our homework. It's the same energy.
Give us an exam today.
Right.
I'm sorry, like...
And then everyone else is looking at them like...
Yeah, no one cares. Yeah. Karen.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that it's sad, but isn't that what we should be doing? You know, I don't know. For some people, they're just so stuck up. But you know, it didn't come so easy for me to come to this realization in life. Like as a senior, and you know, like I'm quite famous in the company in so many ways.
Oh my God. We're with a celebrity today?
No. I'm just saying because since 2008 I have business and everything, so everybody knows me, and like and plus I'm a very senior crew. But you know, I never thought
Your
of
staff
it.
number is
175. So I never thought of it, put it in my head or anything like, you know, I'm like this and you know, I just.
Can I tell you one thing? It has a lot to do with who you are as an individual without the company.
So much so.
Because
I work as individual, not company.
Yeah, but that's
I
the
only
thing.
comply
That's the thing. It's
to what are.
you have you know who you are. You have your persona. You have your life, and this is what is a part of your life. So you chose to make it fun. You chose to make it be nice, as you said. It's a choice, right? And then you have people who are so scared of being without this job and without all the benefits. And again, I say it. You don't know where they come from. I don't know why, so you never know.
Yeah.
But the point is that they come to work then, and then, as she said, this is the energy they give you, and you can see it from a mile away. Like, can you just chill? Like, it's so easy. Why are you making this job so complicated when it's so easy?
It actually, I mean, we are glorified waitresses.
Yes, we are. We are.
No,
I know that the whole
it's not really.
safety
This is the
aspect is
easiest
the
job.
thing.
It is.
I mean, you know, easiest job in a sense. Forget about the physical aspects
The
of
role
it.
itself. Yeah.
If you don't
I mean, our
take anything-
biological clock, our physical, our chemical
But you
imbalances.
realistically need like 2 minutes of arming and disarming your door where your brain is actually like
that's the
present.
only time you focus.
And then the rest of it is pretty much like what it's chicken and beef.
Yeah, right.
If you don't take anything personal,
Ice.
and if you know how to talk to people, like, you have no problem.
Yeah. Like you see, I was
But
working.
people be testing me recently.
I was working as a. Now I'm working as FG1,
Me
right?
on the jump seat just said, this motherfucker did this motherfucker did that.
I sat down when I come from upstairs. I sat down and I was like, I'm listening. Tell me. She was like,
Oh no. No, what? Was she the one you asked her if she likes ML2?
yeah.
Were you on ML2? No, you're on ML.
I was going to say, but I said it.
She was like, do you want the galley? And I was like, I don't want to ever go anywhere near the cabin, so yeah.
She was like, who's ML2? And she was like, me. And I was like, are you happy with it? She's like, yeah. Because the
And then
reason,
you were taken to
yeah, and then when she told me CC, I was like,
Yeah.
but no, the reason why I asked is because I love doing galley, of course, and then I hate it when I come on board.
You're right.
And we come on board, and then the person who's galley first, they're shit at it. They're super unorganized, and then they're like, oh my god, I hate the galley. And I'm like,
say so.
do you have a mouth? Can you speak up?
Yeah.
Or do I? But that's the thing. Then when you ask, then sometimes seniors are like, what does it matter? Like, I've given the positions. And I was like, yeah, but do you have...
And then they say, no, you can only change it for operational reasons. And I'm like, would you rather people enjoy your job?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the thing. And I love seniors. I had recently a supervisor, and she was like, oh no, I don't let them do that, because she's like, mid-flight, I would swap them so someone else is going to do the galley when I see that they're not doing their job right. And I'm like, and it's supposed to be like that, because if the service really is based on the galley,
Yeah.
it can be making or breaking from the galley.
You know what I really like about this new service now, where you guys are doing the galley, because basically this is you don't need
We got a bit
genius.
of responsibility as well.
No, and you don't need a genius to do it.
Yeah.
This kind of way, this was in my mind before, but I never. Yes, thank you. I never write a suggestion because to me, I don't give a. It's
Flying
not.
fuck.
Absolutely, not even flying. It's all aspects. I don't give a.
But you know what? On my last JFK, so we get to the briefing room, and I can't remember if the positions were assigned before. I think they were assigned, and then on the way back we took positions, and the girl who was MR4 took it again. But at this point we hadn't gotten onto the flight. We were still in the briefing room. So anyway, so we get to there, but we could already see that this girl was like sleepy. She was wearing a mask. She had no makeup on whatsoever. Her hair was a mess. Like her hairnet was on her shoulder, and her hair was like you know when you're just like, you're not here today. And then she was awful at the galley. Like I've never in my life. I was at the front galley, she at the back galley, and I've never seen such a struggle. I mean, don't get me wrong, we had a lot of special meals, but like it was chaos. And then the seniors don't, like, all they did was come to the front galley, bitch about it,
And go
then go back. And I was like, but
You're
as
here for a
as a
reason.
supervisor, as somebody in a leadership position,
Yeah.
why aren't you addressing, correcting, rectifying, coaching, helping, mentoring, so that you know that this girl's got the same position on the way back. If you don't change it, it's not going to change. And on the way back, we had 150 special meals.
And she was still a galley.
She was still the galley. It was still horrific. It was still a
I have
mess.
it. I have it the other way around though. I love seniors, and I have especially pursers sometimes that because I take L2 and it's in my profile, so they give me, and then they, even if I'm not the most senior, it happened a million times that not a supervisor, a purser would come to me before the way back, and they would say, Anna, do you want to do the galley on the way back? And I'd say, yeah, I do. And they're like, okay, you're the galley. And I'm like, yeah, but there's like 3 people before me who get to choose the position. And they're like, I don't care. Because all they want is a smooth service.
Yeah.
So if you're contributing to that, they
Do
don't,
it.
Just,
Yeah.
You're doing
I've had so many persons come up to me before and be like, I'm going to make sure you get the galley on the way back. And I get a bit like, oh, I don't want to step on toes.
Yeah, same. But at this point, like,
But then
I
it
don't
doesn't-
care.
Yeah, I mean, who wants? Okay, in as much as we want to help them to develop themselves, but I don't want to give it that thing for my flight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if I already know,
flight that's relatively short, you don't have
Yeah.
time to read.
no, I mean, all we want is a smooth flight. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? In as much as we want to develop on your next flight, not on
Yeah,
my-
do. Next time. You do it next time.
Right.
Self-growth, not
I had this.
today.
I had this crew. She didn't want to it was, I think LA or some flight, very low ULR, and I said, okay, guys, we need to help out each other so that we can have a long break. My target is because 4 hours and a half is the minimum. So I said the purser can extend 1 hour. So it means 5 hours and a half, and it's very doable. Because on ground, I will make them hit the special weeks. And everything is ready. So as soon as after takeoff, prepare everything, and boom, out. You know what I'm saying? So by the time...
Yeah, but some people are so shit scared of going away from the standards.
Yeah, but this is me. So because it's my flight, so I make a decision as long as we're not there's no delay and there's this. So there's so many things to consider. And so I told them, and this girl, she didn't want to go out. She didn't want to go help out ML2. She was doing, but as my job role, I'm supposed to be just in the galley. No, darling,
it's not. It's
as
actually
is your
written.
job role. Now you go out in the cabin, double N. Otherwise, break 3 hours and a half. You want that?
I always try to, whenever on 380 it's difficult, but when I'm R5 on
same.
Boeing, I go and double end the last 2 cards every time.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
I go and I did it on this
I
flight as
didn't-
well. I go and collect shit in the cabin. I get on my hands and knees on the floor and I pick up crap. Like
No, but that's what I'm saying. When
that's
you
what
are
you're
needed,
supposed to do.
I mean, I also don't want you to
I
over.
actually do want to try one of these.
I also don't want you to overwork. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, I want you to do what you're supposed to do. But when you're called for it to help out, you know, the whole thing, then why not? Because I also don't, you know, like sometimes FG1 they have nothing, they have like no customers, and then they go down to economy, and this person will like, oh, go down and help. And what happened is the economy crew then not to do what they're supposed to be doing,
Yes.
because they are depending on the FG1,
Yes.
and they become lax and relaxed. So I said, no, I don't like that. I want you to take responsibility of your area of responsibility, because something happens, they're not gonna blame the FG1, they're gonna blame you. That's also one reason why I don't send help.
But the other mentality that comes along with that as well is that people get very like, well, this is my area of responsibility. This is what my duties are. I'm not doing any more than that.
Oh,
And
that's
that's what I'm saying. Like,
That's a new generation.
if you're not L3 or whatever, and somebody asks you, oh, can you go do the camera with this person? They're like, oh, but I didn't do toys, so it's not my job.
Yeah.
It's like, but we're all getting paid the same amount to do this flight. Like, then go and do
No,
it.
for me, I always ask to focus on your area of responsibility. But after that, when you can help, you extend the help.
that's what I mean.
Yeah,
Like,
but not, you know, like, because some people are like, oh, if someone helps you, you don't do what you're doing anymore. You don't do what you're supposed to do because you become
no, do what
so
you're
relaxed.
supposed to do.
It's okay, it's okay.
Do what you're
Sorry.
supposed to do, but don't like
That's the problem
box
that
yourself in.
very
Yeah.
often encounter nowadays, because the way I do the galley is that everything is always prepared on ground.
Yeah.
So all the drawers and everything is done. So when the grade 2s come after the takeoff, And they're like, okay, how many drawers do you have? I was like, I've done everything.
So when you're doing galley, you feel like you're not grade 2?
Yeah.
I knew it. When the grade 2's come.
There is an element of like, maybe because the crew was so junior yesterday, I was the only senior person in galley, but I had to be like, can you please do this right now? I need you to do this. Okay, can you go to the back of special? Can you go to the back of special meals?
Yeah, can you really do that?
Yeah, she was saying that.
But that's the thing, because then when they see that you do everything and that you're really good at it, what happens is that then they like switch off part of their brain. Okay, so she's doing everything.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna take a shit in the middle of the galley and she's gonna clean it.
Do you know what it's called? The term? It's called social loafing.
Social?
It's
social loafing?
Like, you know, a loaf of bread. It's basically this concept where when you're in a team environment and you can see that other people are putting in the effort,
right,
you feel like you can withdraw your effort because the effort is still going to be there because you're part of a team.
Right.
So if you're working independently, you've got no choice but to get the job done.
Right.
But because there's a team helping you, you can minimize your efforts.
That's exactly.
BS.
Yeah. No, I mean that's why it's better not to have.
For example, I always ask them, don't dismantle anything. There's a drawer waiting for you.
Yeah.
I always put a little tray with water and lemon for them, so you come because you want to be hydrated after the service before the clearance. So there's everything, like, you know, everything is there. You just take out the drawer, exchange it, put the oven inside, and go. That's it.
Yeah.
It takes like 2 seconds, and this takes 10 minutes less of the service of everyone fighting, you know. So you're hydrated. You don't have to do anything. And you go, and it goes like this, you know? But then the problem is that they come back from the clearance, and then they leave the cart.
Yeah.
Now, that's not what I said.
Yeah.
Right.
I never said leave the cart.
That's exactly.
Not this, can you please dismantle it? And then I have to go, and then I have to be the bad guy. Then I'm like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Can you please dismantle this?
Yeah.
Do you please mind doing your job?
Like dismantle.
Dismantle the cart, please.
Put it away, like,
Because because in L2, I can't dismantle 7 carts by myself and be effective and, like, you know, be very quick with it. And it's not fair for me to do that.
And even when you set expectations, like I had a flight recently where I said, when you come back to the galley, I want all your open shit over here. Everything unopened, like, goes back to a bar, back to a stowage, whatever, put it back. All your unopened things, feel free to dump. I will handle that. And then they all come back to the galley, and then there's one girl, she comes back and she's like, right, I'm gonna put the beer. She starts putting the beers on the side, and I said, that's when I have to be the bad guy. And I'm like, I asked you to put it in the bar. She's like, well, everyone does things differently. And I was like, I literally had you all in a circle, and I said, this is what I want from you, and I love you about that.
But that's the thing, because
So now you know how the CSVs feel.
the problem is that dismantling for them means taking it out of the if you're not helping me, I still need to put it back.
Tulog na tayo.
Stickers,
We're going back to Dubai mamaya.
Open, close,
Laters, everyone.
all of these things. And I put the
See ya.
stickers on. Do you know that every single flight, there's at least one crew who puts the finger on the sticker and asks me, are the open juices